Do you find yourself often running out of time during an exam? Well, let me teach you an exam technique that I usually only teach my students that can completely change your time management technique for the better, which is called the rule of quarters. So what this involves is splitting the total exam time into quarters and making a note of which question you should be on at each quarter. Let me walk you through how it would work. While the teacher's going around checking student IDs, what I'd like you to do is in the corner of the page, draw a 6x2 grid where the top row is going to represent time and the bottom row is going to represent the question number. So firstly, subtract 15 minutes from the total amount of time that you've been allocated for the exam to leave that aside for checking your answers. And then you want to take that remaining amount and divide it into quarters. So for example, if you have a 2 hour and 15 minute exam, then you subtract 15 minutes, leaving you with 2 hours. And if the exam, say, starts at 1 p.m., then dividing the 2 hours into quarters will leave us with 30-minute intervals. So we're going to write down 1:30, 2 o'clock, 2:30, and 3 o'clock, and then 3:15 in the last column. And then as soon as the exam begins, I want you to go to the last page of the paper, and I want you to make a note of what question number it is, then go back to your grid and put that into the second to last column on the bottom row. And then you want to take that question number and divide it by 4 as well and put that into the bottom row. So for example, if you have 8 questions in the exam, then you're going to put 2, 4, 6, and then 8. And then in the last column, you want to just write check because that's where you're going to be checking your answers. So now you're all set up. Really, this should take you 30 seconds max. And the way this works is that by the time point that you've put on the top, you need to have finished the associated question number. So periodically throughout the exam, look at the clock and compare where you are with where you're supposed to be. And that's that. If you found that useful, like this video and comment below if you want more exam technique tips.